I welcome you all and thank you for coming. We've had a great turnout this year. I think we have less people because we have a smaller team, but we have almost all parents are here, which is great, and all the wrestlers are here, which is great. My name is Barbara Yee, and as you may or may not know, I'm the president of the Parents Organization, which is a very, very impressive. And I want to mention Vicki Lynch, who is the vice president, and our treasurer, Paul Gromer, believe it or not, is not here tonight. But, Alex decided to run track this summer, run whatever it is. So he left the team early on, but Paul's continued to be our treasurer. So our purpose over the years is to help support the team and the coach. And I think we've done a great job. We do a lot of work for the team, and there's many, many people that need to be thanked. Just a little bit of history. Chris is a senior this year, but 4 years ago he started wrestling, and he told me he wanted to wrestle, and I had no clue what wrestling was. And I actually cried at the first match when I saw the kids wrestling because it was, vicious. I mean, if I ever had to choose a sport, it wouldn't be wrestling. But anyway, 4 years ago, when Chris started the team, Coach Capone was the coach, and we had a parent meeting, and he said, I would really like the kids to have some warm-ups. And so the parents stepped up and bought warm-ups for the kids. And then we went to a fundraising meeting, and the couple of the captains were there. The captains, we said, well, how much money should we raise? What do you need this year? And he said, we don't have a scale. We need a scale. So how you can have a wrestling team without a scale is beyond my comprehension. But we had a parent, thank you, John Yates, pulled out his credit card, and that night they bought a scale, and they've had a scale ever since. So I'm not sure it's exactly working right now. I think it needs a tune-up, right?
Scale.
So that's just a little bit of it. And also Coach Capone said it'd be really nice if we had a banquet, so we started having a banquet for the kids. So in 4 years, you didn't have much of anything, but now you have a scale, and you have warm-ups, and you have a coach that knows how to wrestle, and you have a banquet, and you have a website, and you have a brochure. You got a lot of stuff, right? So anyway, there's many, many people that I'd like to thank. First of all, I'd like to thank the coach, Rivera, and the wrestlers. It's really been a blast over the years watching you. I've finally gotten used to it. I have no clue what I'm looking at still, and choose not to learn. I want to thank the film crew, Carl Calabria. The Shutterfly pictures I told you last year are astonishing. It's amazing. Not only do you have a superb camera, but you know what you're looking at, which makes for great shots. A lot of us download pictures all the time. Half the pictures are in the brochure. I also want to thank Vicki Lynch for taking all the video. Han, my husband, and Jeff Backerman and John Yates videotaped, did all the videotape, gives Vicki the chip, and she uploads it all onto the website. So that was a major accomplishment this year, which will be hopefully on there for years. The other thing is that we had a new mat this year. We had a goal years ago to replace the mat, and we finally got it with all the donations from the parents and a very large grant from the annual appeal, and some donations from the school as well. We managed to pay for a new mat, which, believe it or not, cost $10,500. So that is an expensive mat. I hope you all enjoy it. And then we spent another $1,000 for the equipment to take care of the mat and preserve the mat. So we spent a lot of money this year. So thanks for the film crew. Newspaper articles, thanks to Lynn and Howie Bloom for every week getting a newspaper article to the newspaper, and then Vicki also puts it on the website. I mentioned photography. The brochure that we have this year, the brochure, it's a lot of work, but I think it's well worth it because it serves a lot of purposes. It showcases the team. It's a tremendous thing for memories for the parents and the grandparents. And it also raises a significant amount of money for the team. That this year we made $2,500 on the brochure alone by selling ads. So that's one job I'm very happy to give up. So I want to thank Joyce Gravel for selling a lot of ads and taking around the brochures. At the end, we made sure that the advertisers all got a brochure to see that we did put their ad in. Beth Burlamacki and Karen O'Toole also had a lot to do with the success of the brochure by selling ads and sending around the brochures. We bought some t-shirts this year and some equipment, and I want to thank Vicki Lynch for ordering all the t-shirts and the gym bags and the mat supplies and the website. Oh my God, do you know how much work that is? I mean, that is really a part-time job, managing to keep you all informed, all the emails that go out. I gave Vicki the website years ago, before she had the title of vice president. And it's been great because she loves it and I love her having it. And I'm sure that you all appreciate her having it as well. I want to thank all the parents that provided the snacks, the water, the Gatorade, the food, and all the contributions to the concession stands. Even though we had a concession stand every year, it's really for convenience for people. We don't really make much money, make $30, $40 a night, but that's $30, $40 that we didn't have before, and it's really a convenience to, it's interesting to see that some teams will come and they will just swarm the concession stand, and the whole team will buy something. And then you have another team, they won't buy a thing. So it's kind of funny. So I thank everybody that made the donations. A lot of people donated time, but a lot of people donated money as well. So I want to thank everyone for making a donation. I'm really sorry to bug you. I really hate asking for money, but it's a necessary evil because it's not for me, it's for the boys. The annual appeal is in the mail. And the high school annual appeal is actually the people that gave us the $4,000 grant. I just wanted to, and that's what allowed us to buy that the mat. The banquet committee, thanks to Ann Warner for getting us this sign at the very last minute. We were here decorating this afternoon. Kim, Jesse, Vicki, Ann. The Jessies, thank you for hosting this wonderful hall. Even though Kim has delivered 2 babies over there. I don't know if everybody's seen the 2 babies, the 4-year-old babies. How she manages to do that is beyond me.
4 days.
Huh? 2 babies.
4 days.
4 days old, by the way. The babies are 4 days old. She's a foster mom. And so I want to conclude by saying next year, a lot of the volunteers are graduating and we're departing. We'll always be around to ask questions, but we will need a lot of parents to step up to the plate and help Vicki and the rest of the team continue to do all the good work that we did for the team. So I want to encourage you all to get involved and volunteer because it's really a lot of fun. So I thank you all very much for your help. Next, Glenn Burlamacki wants to say a few words, and then we'll have the video.
Thanks, Mark. First, I want to introduce myself. I'm Glenn Burlamacki. Son is Kyle Burlamacki, a senior here on the wrestling team. And just a couple of words and comments I want to mention. In particular, the seniors. If I could just quickly ask the seniors to please stand for just a minute.
Hey, Grant, how you doing, Buzz?
Okay, you can sit down. I want you seniors to think for just a moment when you first started in the wrestling program here at CCHS. Today, at this moment, you are a different person. In a lot of ways, but this program, this wrestling program, has contributed to that. You have matured. Your bodies have changed. Your mental state has changed. And some of that, like I said, is due to wrestling. It was a joy, and I know I speak on behalf of the parents, to watch you, seniors and the other teammates here tonight, wrestle all season. It was wonderful. But this is a segue into what I wanted to mention next. We, as individuals, as human beings, all have a purpose in life. We have a gift, and it is our gift to give back. And I want to take a moment and just discuss Coach Rivera. Coach Rivera, you have a gift. I've watched you coach these athletes. I've watched you give them confidence. I've watched you work them hard. I've seen you take some students and athletes who are not leaders and make them leaders. For those of us in this room who think back to high school when we were athletes or in a group or in an organization, the coach or the teacher is instrumental to the maturity of that student. Not us as parents. We can tell our son or daughter all we want to tell them. They may not listen to us. In fact, they probably won't listen to us, but they will listen to a coach. And Eric, you have a gift. I've watched you take these boys and help them mature. And CCHS is lucky to have you, and these boys are lucky to have you. And hopefully these boys will come back every season and help you, and help the underclassmen who are coming up in the program, help them, so when they sit at this table in the following years, they can feel what those seniors are feeling right now. And Eric, I want to thank you for that. Thank you.
Next, we have a brief video presentation done by Jake Lynch. Jake Lynch.
Oh, we gotta get the lights.
Jake's the man.
Let's get a stage.
You know where the lights are?